Namaste everyone, welcome to the class. Today we're working on the reverse plank pose or Purvottanasana, which means we're going to open up the front side of the body, strengthen the core, and just in general look at how using the abdominal muscles or the contraction of abdominal muscles of the abdominal wall, we can protect our low back. Begin in a cross-legged pose. Cross your shins in the middle, move your shins away from you. Let your palms rest on your knees and close your eyes. Just take a minute here to find the symmetry of the body, balancing out the right and left side. Noticing the midline from the seat bones up to the crown. With your inner gaze, with your attention, scan the whole body from top to bottom. Simply noticing what's present there. Leaving all the worries, all the distractions on the background of your practice. Adding on the element of pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses. Directing all your attention inward on everything what happens within. Allow your breath to become natural, breathing only through the nostrils. If you're familiar with the Ujjayi breath, engage the throat slightly. Notice the air moving in and out of the nostrils, moving inside of the throat, brushing on the back of the throat. With the next inhale, open your eyes. We begin with movement here. Inhale, reach your chin up. Exhale, chin down to the chest. Continue, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, chin down. Continue with your own pace, concentrating and focusing on the extension and contraction on the front side of the neck. The facial muscles stay relaxed. Shoulders stay relaxed. Next time you bring your chin down to the chest, pause there. And on the next inhale, you're going to reach your chest forward, pull yourself forward, concentration on the opening of the chest, slide your shoulder blades back. And exhale, round the spine, chin in. Continue with your own breath. Inhale, chest forward. And exhale, roll the shoulders. So imagine this, the impulse of the movement always start from the chest, from the thoracic spine, from the center of the sternum, center of the chest if you move forward, and from the mid-back as you're moving back, rounding your spine. Next inhale, shift forward. Walk your palms forward, stretching the both sides of the body, rocking a little bit from side to side, sinking deeper into the hips. Inhale, rise all the way up to the seated position. Now remember which shin was in front. We're going to change it in a few moments. We're going to first do the tabletop, the reverse tabletop. So bring your palms behind you, fingertips pointing forward. And slightly and gently we start with stretching the wrists. So press yourself away from the floor. Feel the pull from the base of the wrist up along the elbow, up into the shoulder, chest reaching up. Trying to maintain and remember this opening in the chest. We're going to bring the feet shoulder width apart, toes pointing straight forward. And then before you lift your hips up, we're going to talk about it more today. You're going to imagine that you're drawing your pubic bone towards the navel and your ribs towards the navel. So you're contracting your abdominal wall. For that, you're kind of sliding the tailbone forward and then scooping it all the way up, keeping the belly slightly engaged. The breath happens in the chest. Inhale, feel the expansion in the ribs. Exhale, slight contraction. Hold this pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower down. Change, place another shin in front, come back into the cross-legged position. Let your palms rest on your knees. I'm gently twisting the head from side to side, moving the chin and the parallel with the floor. Once again, checking on the face stay relaxing. Shoulders relaxing, neck relaxing. Deepen your breath. One of the signs of the shallow breath or the forceful breath, if we have this pattern during the day-to-day life, is a lot of tension in the trapezius, in the neck, because those muscles are overworking to help us to breathe. So here, instead, we're trying to relax those muscles and use the intercostal muscles for take more air in the lungs. Come back in the center. Back into the cat-cow. Inhale, chest forward, and exhale, round your spine. The position is pretty stable, so if you would like to close your eyes, you can do that. In this case, send the drishti or gaze in the space between the eyebrows, like you want to look at the space behind the forehead, like you're curious of what's happening inside of your head. Watch the connection of the breath and the movement. That's how we're building the concept of multidimensional breath. You are keeping your attention on a few events or few objects simultaneously. Next time, inhale, chest forward, walk your palms forward and gently stretch from side to side. Lengthen the sides of the body, lengthen the neck as well. Inhale, rise all the way up. Bring your palms behind, fingertips pointing forward. Once again, gently stretch the wrists, pressing away from the floor, sliding your shoulder blades towards each other. No need to drop your head back. Instead, draw your chin in and up, lengthen the back of your neck. Bring your feet down to the floor in the parallel with each other. Scoop up with the pelvis all the way up. Tailbone under. Stay there, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lower down. Transition forward on the palms and the knees for the normal tabletop now. Spread your fingers, feel the periphery of the body through the palms. Palms pressing down into the floor, arms stay straight. You're going to try to circle the shoulders. So the torso rotating around the shoulders and shoulders create the movement as well. Keep the abdominal wall slightly, a little shorter than usual, so there's not too much of the arch in the low back. And reverse, opposite movement. and come back in the center. Extend your right leg back, reach your heel up towards the ceiling, engage your right glute. Exhale, point your right foot, knee to the chest, nose to the knee. Inhale, reach it back and up. Exhale, knee to the chest. 3, back and forward. 2, back, forward. 1, back, forward. Extend your right leg back, toes pointing down, knee pointing down, draw your ribs in. Extend your left arm forward for the balance. Exhale, palm down. Walk your palms further forward, toes down to the floor, come up into the plank pose, high push up. Drop your knees down, chest and chin down. Inhale, pull through, cobra, shoulder blades back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Our first down dog, so you can add on the dynamic element, walk from side to side, move your hips. Or maybe immediately find the stillness. Gaze back towards your toes. If your heels are not touching the floor, don't worry about this. If you want, you can lift and lower the heels few times, up and down. Gaze back towards your toes, reach your right leg up. Don't reach it too high, just make sure you keep your hips closed. Exhale, knee to the chest, shift forward. Inhale, reach it back and up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reach it back and up. Bend your knees, tuck your right hip on the top of your left. Open up through the whole right side. And exhale, right foot goes down. Drop the both knees down to the floor and step your left foot forward. Now, if you have a couple of blocks handy, they can be very useful for the next few sequences. If you don't have, don't worry, we're just gonna keep the palms or fingertips on the floor or palms on the knee for the more challenging position. So we begin with keeping the back foot pointing back and perhaps keeping the palms on the blocks. That's entirely your choice. If that will be too easy, shift your palms on the front knee. We're going to pull the right kneecap in, engage the right glute, and pause there, breathe. Relaxing the face, keeping the contraction in the right leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower your back knee down. Lift your back foot slightly from the floor, circle your ankle a few times one direction and few times opposite. And slowly lower your right foot down to the floor. Now palms can go on the block or fingertips on the floor. We're gonna go through the dynamic sequence. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck your toes under, send your weight back. Maybe left foot, toes pointing up. Another 4 times. Inhale back into the lunge. Exhale, shift back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Back knee down. Now move your left foot more to the side. Familiar with the lizard pose. So again, optional here. You can go with your forearms down to the block, or you can stay simply on the palms. So the left foot goes all the way towards the left side of the yoga mat. Just make sure your left knee pulls towards your left shoulder. Whatever works for you today, elbows or palms. And don't forget that you have an option always to reach the back knee up in the air. Please don't hold your breath, allow the breath still happening. And I ask you to concentrate today on the expansion of the ribs. So the belly stay relatively still, but expansion in the ribs happen with each inhale. Exhale, back knee down to the floor. Come back up on your palms. Once again here, you can stay on your palms or you can place the palm on the top of the block. Inhale, you stay there. And exhale, shifting back, Very similar movement, but now the left foot stay more on the side. Another 4 times. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 1. Exhale. Right knee down to the floor. Step back into the downward facing dog. Relax your head completely. Drop your knees down to the floor. Sit back in Balasana Child Pose. Forehead down to the floor. And give yourself a few moments to rest here. To once again notice the slight asymmetry between the right and left side of the body. At the same time maintaining the awareness, the midline, the core, the center of the body around which you building all the shapes, all the geometrical shapes which asana is actually are. We're going to repeat the same sequence on another side. With the next inhale, look forward, come back on your palms and knees into the tabletop. Begin with the left leg now. Extend your left leg back and up. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Extend your left leg back and reach your right arm forward for the balance. Exhale, right palm down. Move your left and right palm slightly forward. Come up into the plank position, high push-up. Drop your knees, chest, chin down to the floor. Inhale into the cobra. And exhale, down dog. Reach your left leg up in the air. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Bend your knees. Stack your left hip on the top of the right. Open up for the left side. And exhale, left foot goes down. Drop the both knees and step your right foot forward. Try to repeat the sequence in the same way we did it on another side. So if you had the blocks, palms on the block. If you was managing with the palms on the knees, palms on the front knee. Engage your left glute, pull the left kneecap in and up. Pause there, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower. Lift your back foot slightly, circle, or just simply move the ankle so there's no tension in your ankle. And keep your toes down to the floor. Fingertips or palms down. That's an inhale. Exhale, shift back. 4. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 1. Exhale. Drop the back knee down. Move your right foot more to the side. Your variation of lizard pose. If you are staying on your elbows on another side, try to do it on this side as well. Drop your back knee down. Come up on your palms. You can bring your palms on the block. If palms on the floor are too challenging, inhale. Exhale, shift back. 4. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 1. Exhale. Drop your back knee down. Come back into the downward facing dog. And drop the both knees down to the floor, child pose. Forehead down, relaxing so the elbows touch in the floor. As you're relaxing here, now find the symmetry between right and left side. They're balancing, right? Notice the symmetry in the physical shape of the body, means the symmetry in sensations, how the right hip or right sit bone pressing into the right heel, and that should be equal as the left sit bone, a left hip pressing into the left heel. And the symmetry in the breath. Notice if maybe on the right side, right, the chest expanding a little bit more, so there is some tension on the left side. So try to feel this expansion absolutely evenly, like one side of the body is the mirror or reflection of another side. Are they joined together, forming the balance? Maintaining this balance, look forward and try to, if your elbows was touching the floor, lift your elbows up from the floor, maybe sliding the palms further forward without shortening the neck. And from this movement, this position is not passive any longer. They're becoming very active, actively stretching the arms, actively stretching the spine. Coming back from here in Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, relaxing the head. Increasing the intensity of the poses a little bit, adding on the balance. Reach your right leg up in the air, keep your heel reaching up towards the ceiling, but not to the point when you're twisting the pelvis. Trying to keep the hips level. And exhale, step your right foot through. Press your heel down to the floor as you're coming up for the high lunge. So as you're coming in the high lunge, remember this visualization. Pubic bone goes up, ribs go in. So there's a slight contraction of abdominal wall. Maintaining this contraction, you're sinking a little bit deeper, engaging your left glute and reaching the arms up, gaze forward. Exhale, palms on the hips, shifting forward into the right foot all the way till you can pick your left leg up. Keep reaching your heel back for the warrior 3 balance. Either stay here or extend your arms forward. Palms back on the hips. Try to keep your right leg straight as you're swiping your left leg down towards the floor, maybe without touching. Reach your left knee up in front of you. Either stay here or extend your left leg straight. And swipe it all the way back. Back into the warrior 1 or high lunge. Reaching the arms up. Exhale, palms down to the floor. Step back into the downward facing dog. Lift your heels, roll forward into the plank pose, high push-up. Drop your knees, chest, chin down. Inhale into the cobra. Exhale back into the down dog. Reach your left leg up in the air. Keep reaching your heel up towards the ceiling. Exhale, step forward. Press your left heel down to the floor. Come all the way up. Once again, maintain the slight contraction in the front abdominal wall, sinking deeper into the left hip. Both palms down to the hips. Shift forward into the left foot. Pick your right leg up. Heel reaching back. Option arms forward. Palms on the hips, swiping the right leg all the way up. You can keep your knee bent or extend your right leg straight. Swipe it all the way back and step back into the high lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, palms down to the floor. Step back into the downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into the plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale again into the plank pose. And exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the floor. So begin with working, opening the front side of the body and strengthening the back chain, the muscles of the spine. We do that through the various locust pose or Shalabhasana. So arms along the sides, slide your palms up so the palms in one line with the hips. Palms will be pressing on the floor throughout the whole exercise. We're gonna be trying to point the elbows up towards the ceiling, and we will be alternating the movement of the head. So it will be moving from one side to another. We begin with right cheek down to the floor. On an inhale, lift your legs, lift your chest up. On an exhale, lower your left cheek down. Inhale everything up. Exhale, right cheek down. And continue. Inhale. Exhale. And let's move with your own pace. So find your own rhythm. Notice how inhale helps you to lift up. Exhale helps you to sink deeper down to the floor. Each inhale activates, shoulder blades pulled in, elbows pointing up. Your palms on the floor just for the balance. And next exhale, right cheek down, arms along the sides. Take a couple of breaths where you sink in, shoulder blades relaxing. And change, left cheek down. Inhale, head in the center. Now, if the next position will be too intense for you, you're going to substitute bringing 2 fists around the sacrum. That's it. Otherwise, interlace your fingers, keeping the palms pulled together. Shoulder blades back, chest lifted. And on the next inhale, lift even higher, lift your legs as well. So here, you cannot really breathe with the belly kind of pushed in. So notice how chest expands and contracts with inhale and exhale. Pause here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. If you had your fists around the sacrum, stay there. If you had the lock, place another pinky on the top, make another lock. And again, lift up. Like with your arms, you're pulling your chest up. Pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release. Press your palms down to the floor, knees together. Sit back on your heels into the child pose, forehead down. Inhale, lift all the way up. Roll your shoulders back and down. Sit down on your heels. If this position doesn't work for you, you can separate your feet and sit on a couple of blocks or in some kind of very thick pillow. So that will be more helpful for you to maintain the position. We work a little bit with the upper body before we move towards our key pose. So for the upper body, we use 2 positions, Hasta Garudasana and Hasta Gomukhasana. Hasta means hand. So everything we do with the arms, with the hands. Bring your right arm beneath the left, cross your elbows, bring the back side of the palms or palms together. So you're crossing your elbows, left on the top of the right, and then right arm towards you, left arm away, and then cross the wrists as well. Once your palms together, reach your arms up as high as they can go. Fingertips traveling up towards the ceiling, but the shoulder girdle is resisting this movement, right? So it is a kind of 2 opposing elements. The palms that's reaching up and the shoulders and shoulder blades that pulling everything down. Take a few breaths into this resistance. And exhale, release. and switch. Place another right elbow on the top of the left arm towards you, and then cross the wrist as well. Lift everything up, and again experience this resistance between the palms and shoulder blades. And exhale, release. Stay there. Make a few circles with the shoulders and back. Extend your arms, make a fist, and just circle one arm rotating out, another arm rotating in a few times. We're preparing for Hasta Gomukhasana. Next time, right arm out, left arm in, cross, and either pull the fists towards each other or make a lock. Right elbow pointing up, left elbow pointing down. You, of course, can use the belt as well. Release. Make two fists. Again, warm up a little bit. And next time, left shoulder out, right shoulder in. Fists towards each other or making a lock. Exhale, release. Few circles forward and few circles back. And release. Lay down on your back. Get comfortable on your back. For the set of shoulder bridges, we begin with the dynamic version of it, and then we move into the couple of static postures. So for the dynamic version, you're going to situate your feet hip width apart or a little bit wider, toes pointing away from you, palms down to the floor. On an inhale, we're going to engage the glutes, reach the hips up without separating the knees too far away from each other, and exhale, trying to press the low back completely into the floor. You're going to move with your own pace, each inhale lifting up, each exhale lowering down. Head stay on the floor. Make sure it's stable, so there's nothing beneath your head or between the head and the floor. Next time, your hips lowering down, moving into the static version of this pose. So I'll give you two options. Option one will be just on the first one, keeping the palms down to the floor. Option two will be trying to grab the ankles from the inside. So when you're grabbing the ankles from the inside, make sure it's not forcing you to lift the hips. If that's happening, it's a little too early to do that. So whatever you did, either grab your ankles from inside or keep your palms on the floor, doesn't matter. Think about the contraction of the abdominal wall, so you press your low back strongly down into the floor. Try to maintain this neutral low back for the whole pose as you're swiping your seat bone towards the heels and then all the way up without separating your knees. If you're grabbing your ankles from inside or if your palms down, doesn't matter. Try to draw your shoulder blades towards each other, so lift up even higher. Calm your belly, the breath in the chest. Stay there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower down. Release your arms. Make sure the spine relaxing down. You can move your feet slightly away from your hips. Take a few breaths. The second version we do will be a bit more challenging balance-wise because we're going to keep the feet together. When you keep the feet together, make sure as you lift up the hips, your knees should not move away from each other. So maintain this kind of union of your legs, especially if you're gonna grab your ankles from inside. That would be second option as well. So either keep your feet as close to your pelvis and together, or grab your ankles from inside but your feet as close to each other as possible. So basically your palms touching. Here your hips will be lifted because there is not much of the space to lower them down. That's fine. But again, try to press your low back down towards the floor. Feel the contraction of the abdominal wall and then lift up. You need to move your shoulder blades closer towards each other. Draw the thighs towards each other. It will be not such a high position as the previous one. If you're holding your ankles, that's fine. Stay there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Slowly low back press down. Hug your knees up to the chest and rock a little bit from side to side, releasing the tension from the lower back, from the sacrum. And then roll all the way up to the seated position. And now we're ready for our key pose, Purvottanasana. We do it in a couple with other pose that calls Paschimottanasana. That's a fold forward towards the straight leg. Purva and Paschima translating as a west and east, which means we referring to the front and back side of the body. In first one, we elongating the front side of the body, and in second one, we elongating the back side of the body. So for Purvottanasana, please remember that we're trying to breathe only for the chest. We're trying to contract the abdominal wall to create the support for the low back. Because if the belly is relaxed, if the belly kind of expanded like a balloon, that's when the contraction and too much pressure happens in between the vertebrae in the low back. So Purvottanasana, point your feet forward, point them so at the end of Purvottanasana, perhaps and ideally the feet will be pressed down into the floor. Palms behind you, fingertips pointing forward. Push the floor away from you, shoulder blades back. Bend your knees a little bit as you're sliding the sacrum up all the way, reaching up, engage the glutes, extend the legs, elongate the back of your neck. Pause there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. If you did it properly, you should not have a feeling that there is a pinching in the low back, and you should not have an urge to immediately curl in, right? That's the sign that you did all the proper alignments for this kind of a variation of back bend in a way. Paschimottanasana. Move the flesh of your buttocks behind so you sit on your sit bones. Bend your knees a little bit. Inhale, slightly arch. Exhale, lower your belly down to your thighs. Palms down to the floor, arms passive. Inhale, slightly arch once again. Elongate the belly along your thighs. And exhale, lower deeper. If you can, extend your legs straight. Keep your legs active. If you can reach to your feet without problem, you can pull yourself closer with your arms, pointing your elbows slightly to the side. Inhale, come all the way up. One more round. Purvottanasana, point your feet. Palms behind you. Push your chest up. Lift up. Again, don't forget to contract the belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit on your sit bones once again. Paschimottanasana. Come up. Lay down on your back. Release the low back and the hips. A figure 4 stretch. Place your right ankle on the top of your left thigh. Either stay here or pull the left leg closer towards yourself, making sure the 3 points, low back, shoulders, and head, relaxing into the floor. Exhale, left foot goes down. Shift your hips a little bit to the right. Right thigh on the left thigh for the twist. And twist your legs to the left. Extend your right arm to the right. Come back. Feet down. Left ankle on the top of your right thigh. Option 1. Option 2, hug your right leg towards yourself. Release your right foot down. Shift your hips to the left. Place your left thigh on the top of your right and twist your legs to the right, left arm to the left. Coming back. Hugging the both knees up to the armpits, take the happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana, feet holding the ceiling, low back pressing down actively, and knees moving to the sides of the body. Exhale, join your knees together and circle your knees a few times one direction. And a few times opposite. And roll all the way up to the seated position. Before the Shavasana, we're gonna do the pranayama. Today we're doing the 360 breath. We're gonna do it for 5 minutes, and here how we're gonna do that. You will hear the metronome. We will do the breath with a count. The breath consists in a few steps. The concentration in this breath is given to the chest. So we're trying to expand the chest 360 degrees. When often I'm talking about the expansion of the chest, what happens is this. We're trying to arch, but no, we keep the neutral spine, but we're trying to expand the chest in all directions. Sides, back, forward. When we're holding the breath, we keep the expansion. We not collapse. That's very important for the health of your heart. That's why I really suggest you to find a comfortable position. If you're not comfortable to sit in a cross-legged or Padmasana, Siddhasana, Sukhasana, any position for up to 5 minutes, you will eventually collapse. And when you're collapsing, there is no way you can expand your chest. So sit a little bit taller so the expansion of chest can be happening. So here's the count you're going to do. You're going to inhale for 6 counts. You're going to hold your breath for 3 counts. Keep expanding. Then you're going to inhale, maybe just 1 second. And then you exhale for 9 counts, right? Pretty easy to remember. 6, 3, 9. Don't forget about the steps, right? You're inhaling, you're holding your breath, you're inhaling again, which means at first you did not inhale 100%. There should be a little bit of space for you to do this extra inhale. And then you exhale completely. Let's do 3 rounds together without metronome. I'll count for you, just for you to get used to this breath. Turn your palm facing up. You can join the index and thumb together for Jnana Mudra if you wish. Close your eyes. Begin inhaling, concentrating on the expansion in the chest. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 3, 2, 1. Extra inhale. Exhale, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 3, 2, 1. Extra inhale. Exhale, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 3, 2, 1. Extra inhale. Exhale, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. If that was too challenging for you, inhale and exhale. You can make it shorter. Inhale 5, exhale 8. Inhale 4, exhale 7. But keep the holding of the breath for 3 seconds. Come back to this position. Close your eyes. And be here for up to 5 minutes. Begin. Slowly finishing up. After the next exhale, you can keep your eyes closed, you can open your eyes, transition in Shavasana. Comfortable position on your back. Extend your legs, extend your arms. Soften completely. Let go any control over your posture, over your breath. However, notice the effect of practice and pranayama onto your breathing. Where currently the breath is present, what is the reaction of the body on this practice? Simply observe and allow yourself a few minutes to rest. Gradually starting to come back into the physical sensations, moving the fingers, toes, maybe circling ankles and wrists, maybe stretching the arms up above the head, finding the length of the whole body. And on an exhale, hugging the knees and through any side, right or left, rising all the way up to the seated position. Pause in the seated position for a few moments. Joining the palms together in front of the chest in the sign of gratitude to your own body, to your being. You did a great job on this class. And whatever this practice gave you, perhaps it helped you to feel more balanced in the body, in the mind, feel more centered, introduced you to the present moment, to something called presence, mindfulness or awareness of what it is in the moment here and now. Whatever this practice gave you, take it with you in your day. As you're feeling this thin line, a transition between the practice of asana and pranayama into your day, into the rest of your day. Whatever you gain from this practice, please take it with you. It's yours. Whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today for this class. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next class.